Hello, welcome back to Just Play Tabletop Wargaming. I'm Richie.
And I'm Tom.
And today we're here with a review of the Age of Sigmar Battle Plan from the Generals Handbook 2021, First Blood.
First Blood.
Rambo!
Yes.
Don't like First Blood. I thought First Blood was alright, but I prefer it when it gets a bit more Hollywood in 2 and 3, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They step it up, don't they, the other ones, but great stories anyway.
Love them. Love them.
Sad. So look, this is quite a cool one. Let's bring it up so you can have a look at the deployment zones on this. So quite small, tucked in the corners.
Yep.
We've got 3 objectives all the way stretched out along the middle of the board. No prime objectives on this one, so these are all up.
Yep.
Okay. The score on this one is as follows. Score 1 victory point if you control 1. Mm-hmm. Score 2 victory points if you control 2.
Yes.
And another victory point if you control more than your opponent.
I really like that setup.
There's a not many objectives on this one though, so this is like fight.
Yeah.
You know, like there's only 3. Some of the other ones in the core rule book particularly there's quite a lot.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to get that committed to get more than your opponent in some cases. But this one, this is on. You know, it's in the middle. We're fighting. If you want to score those max victory points, you need them. But it also means that like they are not 3 around. There's not much more you get from battle tactics. Sometimes if you've got monsters, you can get 3 battle points as well. So it's not a big score, and you don't get away from everyone, you know, so much. So that's quite good. You know, it's be tight for a long time as well. Now there's an extra little kicker to this. It's called Vantage Point.
I love it.
So the person who goes second. After players have received their start round command points, the player taking the second turn must pick one objective on the battlefield to be the vantage point. When a player receives their start of round command points, if they control a vantage point, they receive 1 extra one.
Absolutely unbelievable. Love that.
I like it. It's another going second thing.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, if you control 1 and the other one controls 2 and you go second, you go, okay, you have your 2 and that's fine and everything. I'll have 4 command points. 5 really, if you control it for 2 turns. So you get your 2 at the start, plus your general, plus whatever. You got 5, and then I get to go and have a go at you. Yeah. I'm really excited.
Oh, it's cool. Like more things to help you defend yourself, more things where you react in the opponent's turn with all the new command points that we've got and stuff like that. So I think it's pretty cool. It's talking about battle tactics again. It's a lot of similar things. Small territories, quite hard to get into. Lots of easy to get objectives in the middle that aren't in your territory. So yeah, it's open for some, not for others. We're seeing that as a bit of a theme as we go through these missions right now. Most of them are pretty fair in that respect. So
the removing an objective is ginormous in this.
Yeah,
massive. Like I don't think there's a bigger impact than this right here, because if you remove one and then yours gives you essentially what was commanding terrain in AOS 2.
Yeah, you go second, you get an extra one, you're taking 1 away. All of a sudden, like, controlling both of them is the only way to have more than your opponent, right? Like, this is
massive.
First Blood, right? This is an absolute bloodfest. So
I'm hoping this is in every battle, every pack. I am dying for this to be everywhere.
Super small territories.
Yep.
Distances. Okay, there is some close points to get into your opponent here if you want to and that, but you're quite stuck out. It's quite hard to screen if you're going to stick units up that far as well. So I think you're forced a little bit far back on these ones, so you're probably a fair bit away from grabbing these objectives turn 1 as well. So
castles are in a really bad spot for this one, because like it's not as if you can just sit on a couple because they're in your territory. You've got to run out of your comfort zone. You know, your lovely little scratch built castle, and you've got to go and try and castle up 12 inches away, and then the other person's got to go.
Yeah, I'm looking back at this now, you know, you are split, you know, in the corners, you're stuck in quite a bit, aren't you? Like, so it's good. I would like to know what the distances are. I should have measured some of those out and see what we are between these on this one. But you know that these are split up into quarters, the way all these missions are done now. We haven't talked about that, and if you've watched our previous ones, so the way you do now is you quarter a board, then you quarter them again, and that helps you play on any size board basically when you determine where they are as well. So these quarters, these are 16ths.
16ths.
They are they're like the 15 by 11. So I can't do the trigger.
Pythagoras.
I don't know. To determine the distance across, but you can get an idea from that, you know, how the gaps are as we go through these missions as well. Guys, thanks for listening to our review of First Blood. Tell us what you think of this mission in the comments. We'd love to hear. And if you enjoyed it, give us a like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.
See you later, guys.